In this video, I will show you how to memorize the unit circle within minutes. When I had to memorize the unit circle like 5 minutes before my math exam, I noticed a pattern. First, let me start by drawing the lines. Okay, we have 3 on each side. This will help us plot the dots. Okay, so the first thing I noticed was that there is a pattern. First we have square root of 3, but then we have square root of 2, and then we have 1. So it's 3, 2, 1. Now the same thing goes on the opposite side. Is square root of 3, square root of 2, and 1. As you can see, they're quite opposite to each other. Now the same thing goes on here. It's square root of 3, square root of 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now notice that the 3 starts the 3 is closest to the x-axis, and the 1 is closest to the y-axis on both, or in all parts of the circle. Now the second thing you want to do is divide all numbers by 2. That's how easy it is. Just divide by 2, all of them. By 2, divided by 2, by 2. Alright. And divided by 2. Now, you can see that it's 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, all the way, and all numbers are divided by 2. Now, next step is the y value. And when it comes to square root 3 over 2, we always have the number 1/2 next to it. So on this number, it should be square root of 3 over 2. So if you notice, we just flipped the order of this. Now for square root of 2 over 2, it's very simple. It's just the same number. It's double. Now you wanna do the same all over. Okay, so if we have 1/2, it's always going to be square root of 3 over 2. And for square root of 2 over 2, it's always double. Square root of 2 over 2 is always 1/2. And then it's the same for all of those. Alright? Square root of 2 over 2, square root of 3 over 2, and square root of 3 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, and 1/2. Alright? Now, of course, we have positive and negative values. Now, what I like to do in order, like, I don't usually put the minus and plus values in the beginning. I like to do that at the end, so I don't do any mistakes or so. But what I like to do, just to make sure, is to write if the x value and y value are going to be negative or positive in each quadrant. So in the first quadrant, both of them are going to be positive. Now in the second, we have minus x and plus y. In the third is going to be negative x, negative y, and then it's going to be positive x, negative y. So for this, all of those are positive. For the second quadrant, we want to place a minus or negative sign in front of all the x values, okay, like so. And for this part, a minus sign on both sides. And for this part, only on the y values. Alright. So there you have it. That's how easy it is to remember the values. What I like to do next, as I have discovered another pattern, is to place the radians. Okay, so a pattern that I have noticed is that it's always 6, 4, 3. Okay, so just like we have 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, we have 6, 4, 3. 6 starting from here. 6 is closest to the x value, and 3 is closest to the y axis. Okay, so just like on this side, we also have 6, 4, 3 on this side. The same on this. 6, 4, 3. 6, 4, 3. Alright? Now, this part is really easy to remember because all you have to do is place pi over each number. For this part, you should minus 1, okay? So you minus 1 from the denominator to achieve the numerator. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 6 minus 1 is 5. Now don't forget to add pi to it as well, okay? So 5 pi over 6. And for this quadrant, you want to add 1 to the denominator to achieve the numerator. So 6 plus 1 is 7, and we don't forget pi, okay? 4 plus 1 is 5 pi. 3 plus 1, 4 pi. Now for this part, it's a little bit different, so you have to memorize this part. It's 5, 7, 11. Now, a way in which I memorize it is that I usually say 5 days a week I have 11 lessons, okay? Or anything like that, anything that can help you remember it. Now, we also have a pattern for degrees that's fairly easy to remember. So, we can start by this value, and this is usually 0 or 360 degrees depending on where you start. Now, something that is worth remembering is that whenever you're going from like the line, like from any of these lines, the y or x is always going to be plus 30 degrees, alright? But between those angles, it's always going to be plus 15 degrees, alright? Plus 15. And right here we have plus 30 degrees. So this is, let's say we start from 0, so this is, here it's 30 degrees. 30 plus 15 is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. 45 plus 15 is 60 degrees. And then we have, as we're done here, it's going to be plus 30 degrees. So 60 plus 30 is 90 degrees. Okay, and this is worth remembering because, you know, on those sides it's always going to be 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. Okay, and then 90 plus 30 degrees is 180. I'll write it here, 180. And then here, as we said, it's going to be plus 15. Here as well, plus 15. And here is going to be plus 30. So here it's, oh my god, how did I write 180? I'm so sorry. 90 plus 30 is 120, I'm so sorry. And then 120 plus 15, we have 135 degrees. And then we have right here is going to be 150. And here it's 180 degrees. Okay? And plus 30 is going to be 210 degrees. And here is going to be 225, 240, 270. And then we have 300, because 270 plus 30. And then 315, 330, and eventually 360. So I hope this has given you an easier chance to memorize the unit circle, and through this method or this pattern you will spend less time on memorizing the unit circle and actually be able to use it in your solving, and hopefully achieve a better mark in your math exams. Good luck!